It's that feeling that makes you wanna...
Hi, I'm Detector. Detector here. And I go, wah. So then I'd be like, boop, wah. All right, hey guys, Detector here. So we are back at my local beach to do some beach metal detecting today, and it is a beautiful day out. So let me show y'all. So it is a little cloudy. We are supposed to be getting some storms later today. I believe they're supposed to be staying out over the water, but it's Florida, honestly, so you really never know. But you can see you've got a little bit of clouds kind of all over. There is a beautiful breeze right now, so it is nice and breezy. It's not super humid. Honestly, it's a beautiful day so far. So it is presently low tide right now. So my plan is to start out in the water and see what kind of goodies we can find, possibly from over the weekend. Schools did go back to school today here in Pinellas County. I believe Pasco County went back last week. So the beaches should be relatively available and not too super crowded. So yeah, hopefully it stays that way. I'm gonna get geared up and we can get to doing some metal detecting. My first signal here in the water. It's reading in the 40s with a grunt. So it could be a crusty penny, or more likely, a crusty bottle cap. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a bottle cap, and I'm going to say it's a Corona bottle cap. Okay, I got it. Oh, there it is. So it was indeed a crusty penny. Huh. There it is. First coin of the day. Nice. That one's been there for a little bit. I had to work for that one. I do believe that is it. Got another target here. This is pretty solid 41, 42. This is not very far from where I just found the crusty penny. So perhaps this is more pennies. Okay, so I think there are multiple targets here, so let me check this before dumping it. I don't... Okay, yeah, so there's nothing in here, so I missed it, but I do believe there are multiple targets. Okay, so there's one right there. I want to say there's two targets. Okay, so I got one. Maybe there was only one. There it is. Another penny. Right there. This one's not too old. 2024. All right. All right, let's see Hmm. Hmm. This one is jumping around. It's reading 5 bars down. I'm gonna leave that. Alright, so there's only one good target, not 2. Alright. Alright guys, so I've got garbage target here reading a solid 5, only with 2 bars down. So I'm thinking maybe a tent stake. Yeah, oh, there it is. Yep. Yep. That is number 2 for the day. Alright guys, so there's a target here. Garbage. Not very deep. But there's also a piece of glass. It is like in the roots. Like this root is growing around it. Like the only way to get that out would be to break it. And I'm not gonna do that. That's crazy though. Maybe we'll put that so nobody, I don't know, sits at the base of the tree or something and slices their butt open. Yeah. Okay guys, so I've got a solid 27 right here. I don't know what it could be, because normally pull tabs and whatnot jump around a little bit. I don't hear a clink. Dang. Yeah. Too light to clink. Who is that? Who is smiley face pull tab? It's got to be an energy drink. Dang. I'm still searching for number 4 of 4 in my Tent Stake Saga. You might be thinking, why are you wasting your time looking for a tent stake? You think it's wasting time. I think it's having fun. Perhaps this is it. Okay, so I don't think it's tent stake. It's too weak. Whatever it is just fell back in. Oh, there it is. Not a tent stake, it's a staple. Guys, so I've got a solid 15, 16 right here. I normally don't dig those because it's usually foil. Yep. Yep. What'd I tell you? Foil. Ugh. And I took off my shoes so I can tan my little piggies. I'm getting quite the little tan line. Checking all of my trees, and I dragged my feet around the trees so I know which trees I've hit. But if you look at the trees, they've all got little circles around them. So if you ever go to a beach and you see little circles around the trees with little trails from tree to tree. There's that one, then it's probably safe to say that I have been at that beach and I have already checked all of those trees. So I've got a target here, 42, 43, perhaps a bottle cap, but I also have a little piece of glass here, so we will pick that up. All right, let's try and find this possibly coin, more likely bottle cap. Yep. 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 I was about to dig another Corona bottle cap because it's ringing up high 40s, but this is not that. Yeah, it's a vape. Yep, it's a vape. Plus mesh coil, HQD black ice. That's all it says. Interesting. I thought for sure it was gonna be a Corona bottle cap. All right, guys, so here are my finds for today's hunt. So this is all of my non-metal garbage. So I did find a surprisingly large amount of trash today. Found a couple of pieces of glass. These are all of my garbage: metal bits, iron, paper clip, bobby pins. Of course, gotta find a Corona bottle cap, pull tabs, foil, twisty ties. This is that vape pen here, and then my good targets for today. These are all of the tent stakes that I found today. So these three here were located in that Tent Stake Saga area. Make sure to check out the extended version to see the Tent Stake Saga. Then these ones were just found sporadically. This one was near the saga, but it wasn't part of the saga. And then my actual good finds for today are 1 quarter, 1 dime, 1 nickel, and 5 pennies. So these are all my finds for today's hunt. All right, guys, so that is it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed our beach hunt. So as you can probably tell behind me, I think so, yeah, over there, it is raining. There's that side over there. So I think I finished my hunt like at the perfect time. I've not been able to hose off my gear yet, but it's okay. I didn't get super rained out, and by the clouds, this is going to be a pretty long lasting rain. Again, I don't generally mind getting rained on. It's usually the lightning that I have an issue with, but I was able to hunt for about 2.5, 3 hours today. So I got a decent amount of detecting done. I found a decent number of targets, surprisingly a good amount of tent stakes. I didn't find any jewelry, but I did find a couple of coins, and then while I'm not going to keep it, I think it's pretty cool that I found that vape pen. So I was intending to do water hunting today, and I think I was in the water for probably about an hour or so. There was a point where I dug that key ring, like jump ring, the rings that you put your keys on. I dug one of those down like at the water line. And initially I thought it was a junker ring because obviously it's round and it had corrosion all over it, so it was a decent thickness. But after I washed it off in the water and saw the shape of it, where the actual ring itself like splits open, and I was like, okay, it's not a ring, it's a jump ring or a key ring. So I did get excited there for a minute. Even if it was a garbage dookie ring, it's still a ring. But in my case, it wasn't actually a ring. So overall, it was a really nice day of metal detecting. There was a breeze like the entire time I was out there, and because of the cloud cover, it wasn't like super hot like it usually is. So it was a really nice day out at the beach. And again, because schools are back in, there were people at the beach, but not like it has been, you know, obviously with all the kids out of school. So it was like the perfect day of metal detecting. The only thing missing was like a giant like gold ring with diamonds all around it. So the last thing for today's video is to announce the winner of the giveaway. From last week's video, I teamed up with CKG to give away a scoop and a carbon fiber handle. So essentially the setup that I was using today, CKG teamed up with me to give that away to one lucky person. We had several entries, surprisingly a lot of people from Florida, although I guess maybe not surprising because I am a beach hunter in Florida. But there was a lot of entries from Florida. So after randomly picking one, unfortunately only one winner from all of the people who entered the giveaway, the winner of the brand new and super awesome CKG sand scoop and CKG carbon fiber handle is Penn Calamike from Rochester Mills, Michigan. Congratulations, Penn Calamike, on your brand new scoop and carbon fiber handle. I hope you enjoy using this gear from CKG. Hopefully you'll be able to make great use of the new scoop and carbon fiber handle up in Michigan. So again, I want to give a big thank you and shout out to CKG for essentially sponsoring this giveaway. I've worked with CKG for a number of years now. I use their products. I have never had an issue with any of the gear that I have from them. And if you've never used any CKG gear, I highly recommend you check them out. I have the link down below in the description for you to check out their website. So they also have gear for land hunting or dirt digging too. I have the hand tool, the digger tool. It has the yellow handle on it. Super convenient, super sharp, very, very sturdy and durable. And again, I've been using the scoop and the handle here at the beach for a long, long time, and I've never had any issues with it. So definitely give them a check out. Again, the link is in the description down below. They are competitively priced, so they're not going to be super expensive. You can get a nice setup for relatively cheap, in my opinion. So again, thank you CKG for hosting this giveaway, and thank you to everybody who entered. And again, congratulations to Penn Calamike, our winner for the giveaway. So if you liked today's video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel yet, please make sure you become one by hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys later.